Hello my friends and welcome to my channel, and big thanks for your comments and for your support. It is really nice to have comments from all over the world, and I know why we are doing these videos, because we love Elvis. Today I have something new for you. This album, From Elvis in Nashville. For me, this is new. For many people, maybe it's not anymore new because it came out 2020. I've looked many videos on YouTube about this album, and there are very good channels, very good reviews, but I would like to make my version of it. And actually, first I want to give you some tip, or for you who doesn't know this album, on YouTube there are also mini documentary available, Elvis Presley, the making of From Elvis in Nashville, and featuring recording engineer Matt Ross Spang, who is mixing this album. And Matt is from Sam Phillips recording services, Memphis, Tennessee. So it's a really nice thing, and mastered by Vic Annesini at Battery Studios, New York. First of all, this cover picture, I was looking at, and of course Elvis, I knew Elvis and James Burton, but rest of these guys I didn't recognize any of them and that's why I had to make some research, and maybe there are somebody also who doesn't know these guys, so I put the picture and I tell you who are they. From left to right: David Briggs, he played piano. The next one, Norbert Butham, played bass. And then we have Elvis. Elvis sang and played guitar. And then come studio engineer Al Bakchuki. And the last guy is Jerry Garrigan. He played drums. Then we have below Felton Chavis, producer, Chip Young, guitar, Charlie McCoy, harmonica and organ, and James Burton, guitar. Nowadays we know this was this session, or these songs what you find on this compilation was nowadays they are calling this a marathon, recording marathon. This was June 1970, and they were recording about 35-40 songs, and later RCA published these songs for 3 different albums: Elvis Country, Love Letters from Elvis, and That's the Way It Is. And why I wanted to know who are these guys, because if you are familiar with Elvis live band from 70s, we usually see on guitar James Burton, John Wilkinson and Charlie Hodge. In these sessions Charlie Hodge was also, but he's not on this picture. And they made mostly the sessions in June, but also September 22. And on that session, Eddie Hinton played guitar. And so on this picture, there is no picture of Eddie Hinton or Charlie Hodge. And if I continue with Elvis's live band in 70s, his piano player was mostly Glenn D. Harden and bass player Jerry Sheff. And we all know very famous drummer, Elvis drummer Ronnie Tutt. So that's why for me this was new information, or actually there were so many new guys who was playing with Elvis on these sessions. So if we take a quick look, this is a back cover, and you can open this. Very simple. Here you have titles and songwriters, and they tell you what album it was originally released. And back cover you see also takes and side A and B, they have written pop, and side C and D, they have written country. So this is double album. And what is so special of this album, Matros Bang is made new mixing. He took out every backing vocals and everything, or actually he wanted to make mixing of this session how it basically sound Elvis and the band and recordings. So this is I think this is how they also say on this YouTube video, you have a feeling you are fly on the wall. So, and for me, what I like this album or this music, this is organic music, and today's music, when you put radio on, you can find any kind of unprocessing music anymore, and that's why it's really fantastic. You really feel the band and the music, and Elvis has so powerful voice, and he is on top form, really. This album gives us a new perspective for this material also. So for me, it was really enjoyable experience to listen this. My favorites, if we take a quick look for the songs, You Don't Have to Say You Love Me, Mary in the Morning, take 3 and 4, absolutely one of my favorites. Elvis has so soft voice, with lots of emotion. It's a really great version. Strangers in the Crowd, How the Web Was Woven, take 1. Strangers in the Crowd was take 5. Got My Motto Working, Keep on Your Hands Off It. Then we have pop side B. I've Lost You, take 1. Absolutely one of my great favorites. Patch It Up, take 1. It's really rocking. Great mixing. Just Pretend, take 2. Whole lot of shaking going on. It's also rocking. Bridge Over the Troubled Water, Rehearsal, take 1. Beautiful version also. And if you think take 1, wow. Then we have Countryside C, Tomorrow Never Comes, take 10 and 11. Faded Love, take 3. I Really Don't Want to Know. I Was Born about 10,000 years ago. This song, they say full version Asia album LSP 4671 Elvis Now, release February 2027. Because you know Elvis country album, there is also between songs, a bit of these songs added. What I actually at the time I didn't understand why they did that. Well, Make the World Go Away, Countryside D, How Funny How Time Slips Away, Faded Love, Rehearsal, country version. Pity that they didn't make the whole version of it. I like this sound. The full, absolutely great mixing. 100 Years From Now, take 1. It's some kind of funny take. I love it. Little Cabin on the Hill, take 1. There Goes My Everything, take 1. I Washed My Hands in Muddy Water. There is some nice hopping, very nice sound. So actually the cover is simple, but it's nice. And now we look what we have inside. Album 1. And they have written here some specs. I want to read you something from this section. What Elvis called sitting ready essentially meant that he expected the musician share his inspired moments and instantly fall in with whatever he began singing. Prior to these sessions, 4 of the 6 band members had not recorded with Elvis to any extent and were confronted with a somewhat atypical approach to the recording process. So 4 of the 6, it means Charlie Hodge and James Burton. They were these 2 guys. That's why for me that tells that actually I was right, or my feeling was right, why I didn't notice these guys. There was no actual producer or any planned arrangement. In many ways it was a democratic process where everyone could contribute with ideas, but it was all down to Elvis. The musicians were accustomed to have much more time to work on the arrangement, add additional parts to the 16 tracks, tape, and mend whatever they thought needed mending or improvement. Even To this day, some of them look back at this with regret. Elvis wanted them to play the way they played, not like previous or other bands, and not to his instructions. If he disagreed, he and sometimes Felton would after counter suggestions. Spontaneity was key, and to Elvis it was always about the feel and not about perfection. So there you have it. And the other side, we have this kind of sleeve, and nice photos. Actually, you maybe recognize these is from That's the Way It Is. And they saw here Elvis love letters, Elvis country, and That's the Way It Is. So 2020, new mixing, new processing, new perspective for Elvis material from 70s, and it's like a new sound, and for me it was really fantastic to hear this kind of versions of these songs, and the records, they sound really good. They have big sound, and as I said, Elvis is on top form. And if you look records, they have used this orange label, and it's really nice. Here's some photos. I know they are available also CD version, and CD version has 4 CDs. I think it's about 40 songs. So this is a highlight of this CD or this session set. So highlights of this session. But I think for me at the moment this is enough. So I don't have any plans to buy CD set, but you never know, you know. As a hardcore Elvis fan, strange things happen sometimes. I hope you liked my review, and what I also wanted to say, because I was surfing on YouTube, and there are so many very good Elvis channels, the people who are making reviews and stuff like that. I found Scottish Elvis Presley music channel. This guy is from England, and I put link over there. You can look also his channel. He has lots of very special album reviews and lots of information, and for me it's really funny to notice that after so many years I can still learn new side of Elvis, or I become new information, and of course it's also motivating to be a part of this Elvis community all over the world, and I try to make my very best to show you what I have found or how I feel about it. So I wish you all nice time, and I see you next time. Be safe and TCP. Bye bye.